Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. The crypto market is continuing to see some green today, albeit not too much. The market cap at 222.2 billion, Bitcoin at 82.51, Ethereum 179, and XRP 0.254. We have Bitcoin dominance at 67.6%. When you look at the chart here, XRP, over the last day, we saw it climb out of a potential disaster back into this demand zone, this strong level of support, and today just still hovering within that within this zone here. So this is XRP on a daily. I'll put it on the hourly for you guys here. So we saw a shift upward. We saw this movement, and now just kind of hovering. Same with BTC. BTC climbing out of the dumps above that $8,000 level, and now just vacillating here in this new level of support. So I'll put BTC here on the daily, and you can see, guys, after it collapsed down here, went down here below that $8,000 mark, but quickly climbed back up here. I don't think that these cryptocurrencies want to see lower lows. I just have a feeling that the cryptocurrency market is ready for another rebound. Now, guys, if we look at BTC on the daily and we go back to 2015, you got to remember, because I know, we've been waiting for what seems like an eternity to see new highs for Bitcoin, for XRP. But what we continually have to remember is that, we are looking at this on the micro level, and these trends may take a little longer to rebound than we would like to wait. But that said, we have to be patient and we have to keep our focus. Don't get frustrated. Move on and move forward. This is from BTC. This is the BTC chart after the collapse of 2014, okay? 2014 was a year when Bitcoin collapsed after a huge rally up in 2013. And to just give you guys some perspective, it went from, in August 2015, it went from $198 approximately all the way up to $500 and change by November, okay? 153%. And then, guys, it dropped 43%. And it wasn't until 6 months later, so May 2016, that Bitcoin retraced to that high of about $500, okay? It was vacillating in this channel here, okay, going up as high as about 470 and then as low as about 350. So you can imagine investors' frustration with Bitcoin at this point in time. And on the heels of a collapse, something like the 2018 market that we saw for cryptocurrency, so to make new highs, it took Bitcoin 6 months. Now, we saw 2019 highs of Bitcoin back in June. Okay, guys, it is the beginning of October right now. Which cryptocurrencies are securities? Well, we'll get to that in a second. First, I saw this on Twitter. And this from XRP Crypto Wolf. Venezuela will activate a cryptocurrency payment method for citizens very soon. So we linked this article here. Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro has said that the country's government will activate a cryptocurrency payment for citizens very soon. The method will enable new instruments for free national and international payments, allowing everyone to conduct banking transactions, Maduro said in a televised press conference. So the finance minister and Venezuela's central bank have new instruments which will activate very soon so that anyone can do banking transactions as well as national and international payments through the central bank's accounts. Venezuela is working within the cryptocurrency world, Maduro said. Just last week, there were reports that the Central Bank of Venezuela was exploring adding cryptocurrencies, specifically Bitcoin and Ethereum, to its international reserves. Venezuela also has a native state-issued cryptocurrency called the Petro. As we know, they issued this as a reaction to the hyperinflation that they were facing, and it's supposed to be an alternative to the US dollar and linked to their oil markets because Venezuela does have a lot of oil. It's interesting that they've decided to do this, and of course, using cryptocurrency technology, these guys seem to have fast-tracked the regulations in their country, because when you are in a dire circumstance, that tends to happen. And I've said it before, if the US economy collapses, if the world economy gets shaken by a huge event like an economic collapse, could we see cryptocurrency regulations being pushed out sooner, or are they propping up that economy until cryptocurrency regulations go through? Then we see that tsunami and everything follows from there. Binance's CV reveals the reason behind removing 30 trading pairs from the platform. So I was talking a little bit about Binance yesterday with regards to delisting coins, and my hypothesis yesterday was because of the volume. There just wasn't enough volume. Well, this article talks about the trading pairs on Binance and how they are getting rid of a lot of trading pairs. And indeed, Binance's CZ does mention that, we want to so I'll read it here. Binance's Changpeng Zhao commented on the same, suggesting that Binance was consolidating liquidity, not delisting. So CZ further detailed the reason behind the removal of the 30 trading pairs. On pairing too low a number, people may have to trade twice to get the coin they want. Too many pairs, liquidity and spread are poor on each pair. The users have to look at many pairs to find the best price. Like many things in life, it's a balance. So having too many trading pairs, of course, the liquidity amongst their traders, their user base on Binance, gets spread amongst all those trading pairs. If they pair them down, sorry for the wordplay there, but if they truncate those pairs down, then that liquidity, that volume will be focused on those specific trading pairs. And so it would actually make it easier for all the users on the platform to make trades just because the liquidity is there. And guys, as you can see, these trading pairs do not include some of the top coins, because obviously coins like BTC, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, highly traded in the ecosystem. And so they're getting rid of pairs like Waves, Win, T-Fuel, One, GTO, FTM. I have never heard of most of these coins. I've heard of some of them, but just in passing, a lot of these coins are likely projects who haven't been doing too much in the ecosystem. But guys, I know on Twitter you've been really upset about this. XRP uses securities-like language, claims the Crypto Ratings Council, and this from AMB Crypto. We saw yesterday that a few exchanges have gotten together and created a rating system, and you guys certainly had a lot to say about this on Twitter. I'm going to go over this specifically in this video today. I know some of you guys are probably afraid because these are some pretty big players in the space, and they are indeed claiming that XRP has a high likelihood of being deemed a security. Well, first things first, guys, nothing is set in stone until the SEC has made their decision. Regardless of what people are telling you, even if it's Kraken, Coinbase, Poloniex, whoever it is, there's only one decision that really matters, and that's the SEC's decision on this. So I'm just going to start down here. I will link the article in the description. So according to a recent asset ratings report from Crypto Rating Council, a score of 1, okay, so they rate it from 1 to 5. A score of 1 refers to the asset having few or no characteristics consistent with treatment as a security, while a score of 5 relates to the asset having many characteristics strongly consistent with treatment of a security. So first of all, their rating system is just saying few characteristics versus a lot of characteristics. That to me sounds very loosey-goosey to begin with. So Bitcoin, for example, the largest cryptocurrency in the world, conforms to its anonymous and decentralized nature by taking a low score of 1, with the report leveling absence of a marketed token sale and corresponding marketing efforts. XRP, on the other hand, which has been termed a security, has been given a score of 4. Crypto Council stated that the language used by XRP is security-like. The sale of the token took place prior to the existence of the token's utility. The marketing of the token was made with a profit opportunity, with the final point in favor of XRP being likened to a security being its, or lack thereof, decentralized development in usage. Then they talk about Litecoin and Monero, Lumens, EOS, so on and so forth. The reaction of this news has been mixed, with some applauding the effort and with many highlighting the conflict of interest associated with key exchanges ranking if a token is a security or not, as companies including Coinbase and other exchanges that have formed this council are incentivized to rate most tokens as non-securities. Many members also questioned the framework of the ranking and pointed out that the end decision will be made by the SEC, as I just mentioned here. Then here's the FAQ section of the Crypto Ratings Council, which you guys can read if you really do truly care what they have to say, which I clearly do not. But ultimately, guys, security versus cryptocurrency is determined according to the infamous Howey test based on the Supreme Court case of the SEC versus Howey. The test determines whether a particular issuance can amount to an investment contract, and if so, can be deemed a security. To be classified as such, tokens should have 3 prominent elements: the case of a monetary investment, the source being a common enterprise, and the expectation of profit. All 3 need to be proved in order for a token to be called a security. Token issuances hence either stay clear from these paradigms or issue their tokens outside the United States to avoid regulatory press from the SEC. So XRP rated as a 4, and a lot of people are, of course, as I mentioned before, up in arms about this. There was some breaking news too. EOS was just fined $24 million by the SEC for an unregistered initial coin offering. A reminder, they raised $4 billion. The cost of doing an illegal offering is less than 1% of what you can raise. I want to play you this clip here from Fast Money, and this is the founder, CEO of Bittrex, Bill Shihara, okay? And they are an XRapid partner. This from XRP_veteran on Twitter. An XRapid partner. Clearly, these guys have done their due diligence. Ripple is the type of company that crosses its T's and dots its I's. So I wouldn't worry too much about this. And Bill Shihara doesn't sound too worried either. Let me play you guys this clip here.
Your industry, this industry itself, is a global asset class. And you have global competitors that don't have the same rules and regulations that you have to comply to. How do you, as Bittrex, compete against places like Binance or some of the Asian exchanges?
Well, for us, we have this commitment to compliance. And we think that solving the regulatory puzzle in the United States really unlocks a lot of capital that really can't trade on a foreign exchange that doesn't have proper AML KYC controls or proper compliance. So we think we can actually add tremendous amounts of value as we're working with the regulatory agencies in the United States.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna stop it there for a second. First off, these guys are very, very, very concerned about being compliant, and they are not messing around. As Bill mentions in this clip, they want to be able to unlock that capital. And so the United States is really lagging there. But, these guys aren't playing in the Wild West anymore. It isn't 2013 anymore. They know regulations are coming down the pipe shortly. So they all want to be above board so that they don't get fined and that so they don't have to shut down. Let's continue this.
Do you have to conform to the rules of a securities exchange then, Bill? Which, I would imagine a lot of exchanges would want to avoid because it's a lot more paperwork.
Well, right. So, today we trade things that are definitely not securities. That's one of the things that we screen for.
They trade things that are definitely not securities. Let's remember Bittrex is an XRapid partner.
Want to ensure that these are utility tokens that we think are commodities.
They want to ensure that these things are utility tokens and that they are considered commodities. So number one, we got the CEO of Bittrex, an XRapid partner, saying that they are fully compliant and they want to be fully compliant, for various different reasons. Also, they are very, very careful not to be trading securities. And guys, they are an XRapid partner. I have to say that a third time. Finally, the icing.
Is Ripple, where do you stand on XRP then?
Well, we don't like to speak about any individual token because as an exchange, we like to remain market neutral. But Ripple is one of the tokens that trades on our exchange, and it has gone through review and ongoing review.
It has gone through review and ongoing review. So we want to be completely compliant. We don't trade securities. We trade XRP on our exchange, and XRP has gone through review and is likely still going through a review until the SEC makes a final decision. Brad Garlinghouse has mentioned, though, in the past, the many reasons why he doesn't think XRP is a security. There are many videos in the back catalog here at Working Money Channel that speak to that effect. Anyway, thanks so much at XRP_veteran for sharing this video. And finally, Ian Northing on Twitter, that's at Ian Bins. Okay, guys, let's look at this latest report surrounding Coinbase, Kraken, and Ripple, and then you decide. He seems to suggest they are all in bed with one another, so just chill. Oh, look, they have the same investors. So, of course, Andreessen Horowitz, an investor in Ripple. We scroll down here. Barry Silbert owns Grayscale Invest and a piece of Coinbase. Oh, look how they are involved. And so we have Coinbase, Ripple, and Kraken here, and board members Barry Silbert here. All these things tie into one another. IDG Capital, one of the first companies to invest in Ripple, also is invested in Coinbase, and many more. So just chill, stand back, relax, let them do what they need to do, and watch the Internet of Value be born. It's a privilege Forget the noise people. So another screen grab here from Ian Northing, IGC Capital. 3 blockchain firms backed by IDG Capital have joined Forbes 2019 top 50 fintechs list, including Circle, Ripple, and Coinbase. So just another screen grab here to that effect. Venture capital, private equity, and mergers, acquisitions. That's IDG Capital. For those of you guys who don't know, it's all connected, people, all of it. And people at the IMF, the World Bank, the BIS, R3, MoneyGram, most of the central banks around the world, and many of the 250 plus partners are also on board with that sentiment, it seems. So for all of you guys who are still really worried about this, I take a page out of Ian Northing's book and just chill. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.